Rising concern tonight, the Obama administration is trying to kill the single most effective government program against illegal immigration. It's E-Verify. E-Verify is 99% accurate in determining whether an employee has the legal right to work in this country. Joining me now is William Geen. He's the president of Americans for Legal Immigration. Good to have you with us. Why in the world is the Obama administration pushing back the deadline for the implementation of E-Verify? Why is there so much resistance to this in Congress?
Well, I believe, Lou, it would be because illegal aliens would have trouble getting jobs if they implemented the programs at this time. As you know, the administration plans to push for a new comprehensive immigration reform amnesty later in the year, and if E-Verify were implemented now, as well as the new I-9 rules, it would cost illegal aliens their jobs, and they want more time to get the math in the Senate where they want it to pass the amnesty that over 2 out of 3 Americans oppose. And I think they also want to get away from economic issues a little bit. And as you're probably aware, they have some dirty deeds dealing with free speech in this country they'd like to address before they try that again.
Well, I'm kind of used to that. People have been trying to silence my voice for a very long time. By the way, from the left, the right, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce or ethnocentric interest groups, it doesn't matter, issues of free trade or illegal immigration, you name it. A lot of folks want to stifle voices of dissent. By the way, Congressman Luis Gutierrez, he's a strong, obviously, proponent of amnesty. He announced today he's going to tour several U.S. cities to, quote, document the harm caused to citizens across our country in the absence of comprehensive immigration reform. What's your reaction to that?
This country doesn't need comprehensive immigration reform. We need comprehensive immigration enforcement. The best thing for this economy right now and for American workers, and even your earlier story about the limited water resources in parts of the country, is to enforce our existing immigration laws. And, you know, we went through 8 years of Bush making a big to-do out of one thing, such as this E-Verify implementation, and then doing something else behind the scenes to delay, we called it pretend immigration enforcement. Now we have Obama in position, and it's his job to enforce the existing laws, not decide which ones he will or will not enforce based on his future plans to try to get through Congress.
You mean like George W. Bush did?
Well, yes, Obama is running the risk.
He's got precedent on his side on this, right?
Obama needs to play his cards very carefully on immigration enforcement right now, or he will be like Bush, and, well, that's not really changed.
I got a kick out of the New York Times, which is the House organ, if you will, for open borders and amnesty, and as well as the Democratic Party, liberals in this country. The editorial said, the issue of illegal immigration is a rallying cry to so-called nativists. And the group, American Cause, says anti-immigration absolutism remains the solution for the party's electoral problems. You know, I'm not sure about that, but the idea of nativism, this is now the most racially, ethnically, religiously diverse society on earth. We bring in over 3 million legal immigrants into this country every year. We naturalize as citizens just about 1 million immigrants every year. What is the deal? Why are people trying to, I mean, if you're a nativist, it sounds to me like you're a pretty good person in this country right now, because we've got a pretty good, society.
Well, you can supplement the word nativist with American, and they are out to smear as an intimidation attempt to try to suppress free speech and derail this debate with ad hominem attack to change the subject. They want to change the subject to be about the messengers that are talking about illegal immigration, and that in itself is a suppression of free speech in the country. And you've seen the links that they've gone to try to push that agenda.
William Geen, we thank you for being here.